a Laker maniac, and he is the Archbishop of the Bronx Sexuals. Welcome back to Prince and Barty.
We back, man. Episode 122 of Prince and Barty. We are back, man. Sorry for the delays, but it's summertime. We got life to live, ain't nothing going on, but there is stuff going on, man. Bro, let's get right to it. What's going on in the world of sports, man? Let's do a quick recap. So FS1 fires every show but Colin and First Things First. So Acho gone, Shady gone, Joy gone, Paul Pierce gone, Keyshawn Johnson gone. So every show gone off FS1. Marcus Morris gets arrested, for gambling, for fraud. I saw his podcast. We'll get into that in a minute. No Chill Gil gets arrested on gambling as well. So he was running a gambling ring out of his house and rented mansions. And we know the news came down with Unc. Shannon Sharp has been fired officially from ESPN News, man. What do you make of just all the sports drama, man? We stay out the mix, man. We do what we do. But what you think about what's the biggest news that I just said that sticks out to you?
I'll probably say Shay, because not only is he getting fired, but they have a defamation of character lawsuit against him and Ocho for that lady. And so we're talking about Shannon being the pinnacle of sports media. And now he's not the pinnacle anymore. He's, things have gone bad for him. We can say that maybe No Chill Gil show is getting more views. Some people are saying that there's some heat between him and Stephen A. Smith. So to go from the top of the mountain, to go to the middle of the mountain, is big. It's a big drop off, man. I mean, we were talking about he was the face of the new media. I mean, everybody was following Unc. It was Lakers in 5. It was Bron being the GOAT man masks, to the issues between him and Skip Bayless and how he was done dirty, to him having the audio leaked, to Monique and Cat Williams telling him to leave the situation alone. Like, if we can go down the timeline, it's like if you ever watch Back to the Future and they have the timeline, this is when the McFlys met, this is when this happened, this is when that happened. It was like literally everything just happened to him. It made no sense. And so now, of course, me and you, we got nothing but love for Shay. Shay was one of we big supports for Shay and Gil. And just to see what's happening to him, bro, it's a big hit. It's a big hit for Unc.
Nah, I agree, man. I think, is it one of the biggest fumbles ever? Like, if you look at Gil, obviously Javaris Crittenton, the gun in the locker room thing. Even when Gil came back, he was doing the gun pointing stuff. So Gil, he's called No Chill Gil for a reason. You know what I mean? So when you look at Unc, is that the biggest fumble in history of all fumbles, of having the number one podcast, probably being the number one personality in the world, surpassing Stephen A? They say Unc in his prime, Unc was getting I think he got 1.5 billion impressions. I saw something like that. He was getting millions of views a month. So obviously, he had all the sponsors. When that went down, he lost all of them for Nightcap, right? And ESPN kind of did him dirty because he was like, hey, man, can y'all not announce this? We're going to get into it. But, his brother, Sterling, got inducted in the Hall of Fame. He didn't want to cloud Sterling's day. But, ESPN don't care. They got a business to run. And that gets their clicks up by dropping that news. But I know Shannon's a talented dude, man, but to have them stains on your jacket, man, it's tough.
It's definitely tough, man. It's definitely tough. It's unfortunate. I feel for him. I do think it's one of the greatest ones. I don't know if it's the greatest, but it definitely is one of the greatest ones. I mean, we have big things like what happened with Marv Albert and that one lady. We also have things what Joy is doing. I mean, yeah, Shannon was the highest and he had the big bag. But even then, everybody's had that warning, You remember what Denzel said to Will Smith: the devil comes and gets you at certain times. And so the devil came and got Unc, and Unc didn't even pay attention, I mean, we look at everything that's happened along the way for him. It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't wish it on him because I mean, come on, man. I got nothing but support for everybody who's doing the new media. But I mean, you look at even Marcus Morris. We just saw him literally vibed out with him in Vegas, and then he comes to Fort Lauderdale and he has this fraud thing going. I mean, I don't know what these cats is doing. If I get a bag, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going to multiply the bag. I'm not gonna just go ahead. You know, some cats, they'll get a bag and then they'll go get on some fentanyl. Some cats get a bag and they go get an 8-ball. Some kids get a bag and then they want to go ahead and buy $500 worth of weed. You know, they don't want to reinvest. They want to live it up. And I think that, I hate to say it, but that's what happens with people of our ethnicity. They always want a ball. Like, bro, go have a vacation when the season is over. It's work time. Let's focus on the bag.
And you know, I know Stephen A gets a lot of a lot of flack, I should say, for his outlandish takes and things of that nature. But what you could say is he stay out of trouble. You've never heard Stephen A get in any controversy. If he did, it's probably something he probably said, but nothing off camera per se. He low. You know, Stephen A Caribbean, man. You know, Caribbean men, we move, we low key. We not trying to. We don't want our name in people's mouth, man. So, you know, we gonna wait and see what's up with Gil. Gil don't take nothing serious, man. That's why we love him. But like, his gift is his curse too, man. He played too damn much, man. But we gonna wait and see. But speaking of somebody who played too much, moving along, man. Let's tap into this Barty report, man. NFL.
It's the Barty report.
Let's be great. Let's be great.
Where Ace Lombardi, aka Barty, brings you the latest news, rumors, and updates of the NFL.
Just quick hits. Your boy Jerry Slave Master Jones. He's at it again, man. Like, he played in Zeke face. He played in Tony Pollard face. He played in Emmitt Smith face. He played in, what's my boy name? Des Bryant face. Played in Dak Prescott face. Played in CeeDee Lamb's face. Now he's playing in Micah Parsons' face, man. You know, it's a sad situation, man. You know, we clown Cowboy fans all day long. But now it's getting to be ridiculous now, man. Jerry Jones, you got to pay him more. So I don't know what you're proving in this situation, but Mike is requesting a trade. CD's backing him. What do you make of this whole Dallas Cowboy mess?
Like, history repeats itself. You did this to Jimmy Johnson. You did this to Troy Aikman. You did this to Michael Irvin. The only person you kind of really show love to was Emmett because you kept the offensive line intact. You know, you didn't always take care of the people you're supposed to. Of course, you played around with Zeke. So this is who he is. You know, this is who Jerry Jones is. Jerry Jones, I was literally at a situation at a church recently where a pastor was talking and a member got up and grandstanded. And we always have to remember that the church is really where the pastor speaks. The member has his time to speak, but you don't grandstand the pastor. And Jerry Jones grandstands his players. He wants the team to be about him. He thinks he's the star of the Dallas Cowboys. Bro, you have the money, but you're not what people come to see. They don't see you put on the pads. They don't see you throw the football. You don't catch the ball. You don't tackle the offense. You don't do anything. But your mindset is, I'm going to grandstand my players because I'm the owner, because I feel like I'm going to pay you when I want to pay you and do you how I'm going to do you. And then when your players want to leave, you look crazy. Now, I will admit, Michael Parsons does not stop the run, and that is terrible. But in the last 4 to 5 years, there's TJ Watt, there's Max Crosby, there's Hendrickson, and there's Michael Parsons. Of course, we know who embodies the best pass rusher, which is Myles Garrett, but Micah is in that top 5. He deserves his bread. Giants fans fear him. Eagles fans fear him. Washington Redskins fans fear him. But Jerry Jones, he doesn't fear him. He doesn't want to pay him. And now, just like the issue in Washington, personally for me, Prince, I'm happy. You should be too,
100%.
because we're not in disarray. We got our people. We're doing well. Eagles, of course, is the best team right now, pound for pound in the league, and there's a chance that he could even go to Philly because that's how sedity Jerry Jones is. Giants don't have that issue as far as with their players, disgruntled players, but Washington and Dallas, they don't want to pay people who have been there for them the longest. Same thing with Terry McLaurin. He needs to get his paycheck. They don't want to pay him. And the thing you have to remember, the best season he's given you was last year with Jaden Daniels. But yet still, you don't want to cut the check. They don't want to cut the check. I don't see why they don't take a page from the Giants book. You know about it, Prince. Not to throw you under the bus. When you didn't pay Saquon, he went to Philly. He won a Super Bowl.
But
don't put Mike on a team where he wins the Super Bowl. Don't put Terry McLaurin on a team where they win the Super Bowl, and then you look stupid as an organization. A lot of these owners in the NFL, especially Jerry Jones, just don't know what they're doing, man. They just want to fumble the bag.
no, I agree, man. I think just it's like anything else, man. You don't treat your lady right, she gonna step out on you. So it's like just anything else, man. I just think these owners are making so much money, bro, to where they don't care whether they win or lose. Because, you know, when you're an owner, man, so them Dallas Cowboy jerseys going to sell regardless, whether Micah Parsons in it or whoever else in it. So I think it's hard to think in the owner's mindset of Jerry Jones going to get $1 billion a year, no matter what. No matter if me and you play running back and receiver right now. So his mindset, he ain't winning 30 years and he don't care. You know, he is the Vince McMahon of football, where it's the big top, it's a circus, so he got to create that drama. But I don't know at what cost, man. But let's keep it going, man. You know, obviously camp is open up. We're watching a lot of NFL Network. Shador Sanders, man. Man, the Browns owner came out pretty much saying that, you know, long story short, that Shador wasn't his guy. You know, he trusts in the GM that they made the right decision, but up to the couple of days before draft, Shador wasn't even on his board in his mind frame. How should Shador feel about that? You know, he's sitting out of practice now. He barely had reps with the first team. He has a sore shoulder, they're saying now. I'm seeing reports. He's already probably fourth string behind Dylan Gabriel, you know, and the vet. So what is Shador's mindset when you hear the owner say that you're not getting first string reps and it's kind of looking crazy for you, man? You know, when you get in for preseason, you pretty much got to go 10 for 10, 100% passer rating. So what is realistic for Shador Sanders?
This is a 50-50 blame. 50% of the blame is on Shador because of some of the things he said before his draft stock, and 50% of the blame is on Prime. And we know Prime has been humbled as far as, and we're not talking about his health, but in post NFL, he's been more of a humble guy. You know, he's not the Prime who he was when he was in the NFL, but the league itself is trying to humble Shador Sanders. Shador didn't get drafted. Shador got drafted to a team that they basically didn't need him. You know, they got money which is invested in Deshaun Watson. They have other screen quarterbacks. He's fighting for a starting job on a team that's in disarray. We know who the Browns are. The Browns have been in the playoffs I think since 2000. So we're talking about almost 25, 26 years. It's unfortunate, man. It's an unfortunate situation that he's in, but he has to endure. You've been used to certain things. You've trained with Tom Brady. Your dad put you in great company with certain people, but now the NFL is saying, listen, show and prove. You're not Cam Ward, show and prove. You're not Jackson Dart, show and prove. You're not Dylan Gabriel. So now we need to see who you are, show us. And I think that because the Browns are so terrible, maybe week 6, he may be the starter because injuries are going to be plagued to their quarterback. Now, he better keep his mobility going because he'll be injured as well himself, too. And we know he has that shoulder injury. So now what's going to happen now? Because if you do get into the starting role, you got to move around. You will get hurt. As we watched Cleveland for years go through quarterbacks like people drinking a glass of water. So it's going to be interesting.
Nah, for sure, man. Let's keep it going. I seen some with DK Metcalf. You know, he's excited about the receiver room, and he just named Scotty Miller. I didn't even know he was over there. He was just naming certain guys. And he was saying that, like, the Steelers' defense is the best defense he's ever seen. You know, what do you think of the Steelers with DK and a lot of good things coming out of Steelers camp? You know, it's all roses. You know, they dating now. You know, like when you first get with a new girlfriend, it's all good until you realize she snore. You know, realize her breath stank after. It's all good till you find out the other stuff, man. But what do you think about, you know, DK and Aaron, you know, acclimating to all the Steelers?
I think they have the most bail money in the league because the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is probably the best defense in the league. The additions that they've added at cornerback to who TJ Watt is, to who Alex Highsmith is, they are, bar none, one of the best defenses. So all you need is 6 catches for 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aaron Rodgers, maybe 225 yards, 85 yards from the running back, 24 to 28 points, or even 21 to 24 points. Defense will hold you, control time of possession, and we could be saying that the Steelers, it could be a Pennsylvania Super Bowl. The thing I love the most about this year, Prince, the AFC is wide open. People want to say, oh, Patty is coming back, but he has the 20th ranked offensive line. And that means something. The funny thing I see about a lot of these things that's going on in sports and the ratings from everywhere, from Madden to Pro Football Focus, there is no clear-cut favorite because every team is either the Super Bowl champs have lost defensive players, the Ravens lost the offensive line. Yes, Kansas City picked up people in the draft, but we still have to see who they are. You know, there's no clear-cut team who has improved other than the Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And so it could be an AFC North team in the Super Bowl this year.
No doubt. So we know Sauce Gardner got paid. You know, we know Garrett Wilson got paid. The Jets got heavy money on that payroll right now. But who didn't get paid was your boy Breece Hall. You know, Breece Hall, we thought he was going to be a lot better than he's been so far. Had injuries, you know, different situations for Breece Hall. New coach Aaron Glenn says they're going to unlock something new in Breece Hall, catching a lot of stuff out the backfield, kind of making him Saquon-esque, Marshall Faulk-esque, you know, Bijan Robinson-esque. What do you think? And Breece Hall's also fighting for a contract. You know, he's fighting for that payday. What can Breece Hall become in that Jets offense? You know, the coach believes in him. And he's trying to get paid. So what kind of, I guess, year can we expect from Breece Hall?
It's a good question, man. It's a good question. So I'm going to hit him with the news break. I'm going to hit him with the extra, read all about it. Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, Michael Vick. Anytime you place a acclimated running back with an agile quarterback, that running back has a great season. Work done. Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley. The read option opens up. It just opens up. And the person who gains the most from it is never the quarterback. It's the running back. Saquon Barkley looked like Barry Sanders with Jalen Hurts. Derrick Henry looked great with Lamar Jackson. Work done, had great seasons. When you place a running quarterback, let's just think about this. And you should know this, Prince, and I'm going to tell you why you know this. I'm going to ask Prince the question and watch this, people. Listen to his answer. He used to play Madden back in the day. And when he played Madden back in the day, he played with the Minnesota Vikings. What did the running back do with Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss, Prince? He would eat, right?
Eat. Robert Smith. That's my
every time. So now Breece is with Justin Fields, a running quarterback. His numbers are going to shoot through the roof. Fantasy football users, pick him up now. If you don't, then don't ever say. Last year I told everyone, I remember, and Prince could tell you, I said Jamar Chase will be the best fantasy football player. And I called it from the beginning of the year. And I didn't get my only person who gave me my flowers was Prince. So I'm giving you your play for the year. Prince asked the question, you got your answer. Listen, Breece Hall is going to have a great season this year. He will be a breakout player in fantasy. Justin Fields, Aaron Glenn, Garrett Wilson, I don't know, because we don't never really see number one receivers do well with Justin Fields, but we do see running backs do well with them. So don't be surprised if you see a great running game with the New York Jets, football Jets. So it should be a good year for them, especially for Breece Hall.
Okay, that's big talk. Okay, so let's keep it. You brought up Madden, man. Obviously the Madden numbers came out. NFL, the top 100 list. NBA 2K ratings. Madden's up there. I think 2K ratings are a little higher prestige, right? Where guys want to be 98, 99, right? What is it about Madden that? Well, let me ask a better question. Do you think Madden's accurate with certain guys? Because it seemed like on Madden now, Tyreek got slower. He's one point slower than he was last year. So how accurate is the Madden numbers to reality?
I think player numbers, they get it right. Player numbers, because they go off a season. Now, team ratings, they're worse than MLB, bro. They're worse than anything MLB. They mess team numbers up all the time. I don't understand how they rank the defense, how they rank the offense. They had the Eagles and the Ravens equal, notch, and it's nowhere near equal. Nowhere near. Ravens don't even got two good wide receivers. Bateman is nowhere near on Devontae Smith's level. But you have them ranked as a 94 offense. So I think whoever's doing the Madden team ratings is smoking dope. But whoever's doing the player ratings, they're doing a good job. Everybody who was a 99 deserved their 99. Saquon was a 99 last year. Jamar Chase was a 99. They got most of that accurately right. But team ratings, like I looked at some stuff, and the Eagles is out of the top 10 on defense. And when I saw that, I was like, what? Where? In what world? They didn't even lose a 99 ranked player. The highest ranked player they lost was 87 and Gardner Johnson. Everybody else was an 80 and 81. And after the Super Bowl, their rookies should have been ranked higher, but they got ranked out of the top 10. They're not even an 84 ranked defense. The Super Bowl defense that held Patrick Mahomes for 3 quarters to 6 points. It's not even a top 10 defense. If John Madden was alive, he would be spinning in his grave. He'd be spinning in real life, but he's spinning in his grave right now.
Nah, that's real, man. But let's get into this NBA talk real quick, man. Let's hold in court with Prince. Let's get to it.
Holding Court with Prince. Our resident NBA guru, Prince, dives into all things basketball.
Cage into a three. Got it! Curry!
Lake Show Luka, Ozempic Luka, Skinny Luka, whatever you want to call him, man. Signed the extension, 3-year, $165 million. And we're not done. They say in 2028, he's eligible for that 3-year, $417 million payday. So when you look at Luka, he's committed, man. He's committed. He said he wants to be a Laker great, have his jersey in the rafters. He's buying into all the hate. What do you think this means for the Laker nation that Luka has bought in and signed that extension?
It's good for the history of the Lakers. It's good for the future of the Lakers. We have a guy who can be probably bigger than Jerry West if he can win a couple of championships as far as Lakers history. It's good to see him lose weight. The question is, what is his defense going to be and his endurance? I don't like the defensive acquisitions. Now, Marcus Smart was fine, but I just think that they have too many players who's a defensive liability. LeBron is a defensive liability. Luka's a defensive liability. DeAndre Ayton is a defensive liability. So those things are an issue going forward, playing a team like OKC. Could they make the Western Conference Finals? Of course. Could they take OKC 7 games? Of course. But could they win the West? I think they're a piece away. They need something defensively, and they have two good defenders in Smart and Vando. But when they get off the field or when they get off the court, what are they going to do? And that's kind of where I'm concerned with. I think Luka can lead the league in scoring. Luka can probably lead the league in triple doubles. Luka could probably be the face of the NBA on the Los Angeles Lakers. But the Lakers need one more piece. If they make that piece that me and you talked about, that trade, if that trade happens, they'll be the best team in the league.
I agree. You know, we can't discuss that. You know, we got sources, so we can't disclose that off the camera, a conversation. But boy, if that goes down, it'll be crazy. Now, I agree, man. You know, I like Luka's mindset. You know, it kind of reminds me of kind of when Shaq got traded from Orlando, where he understood he was with, you know, he wanted to be one of the greatest big men to ever play. So Shaq came in focused. I look at Luka where I'll put it like this. You know, a lot of people clown our bubble championship, which I think it was hard. But I think if Luka's able to win a ring in the free world, even if he wins one, it's going to be bigger than that bubble championship as far as how it's viewed and how the league is now. And I think Luka will get any player he wants. Everybody wants to play with Luka. They want to play with LA. They knew with LeBron, he's limited. You know LeBron is drama, man. They're going to blame you. That's why we missed out on Paul George. We missed out on Kawhi Leonard, DeMar DeRozan. A lot of people don't want to play with that, man. They just want to hoop. They don't want to get blamed. Or if they win, LeBron gets the credit. And I don't think that's a Luka thing. Luka's a point guard naturally almost. So LeBron's unselfish too, but it still comes with a media circus where I think Luka's more laid back about ball. So I think we'll get a lot of big free agents. So I'm not worried about that at all. But let's talk that money talk, man. You know, let's get into this money.
You're locked into the financial playbook with Prince and Barty, discussing all the money moves happening in the world of sports.
I don't dance now, I make money move.
NFL Red Zone, man. ESPN's looking to buy him, man. $1 billion deal. Red Zone moving. ESPN, man. ESPN just buying everything up, man. They dropped Unk and they picked up the Red Zone. What do you think about ESPN just acquiring NFL Red Zone?
It's good for the brand of ESPN, but I like what NFL was doing. When you look at NFL is a separate entity. So they should have kept it under the NFL Network brand because then the viewership went up. Most people look at NFL Network just for Red Zone. So now you take Red Zone away. I mean, you guys don't notice every Sunday if I pull up at Prince's house, it stays on Red. Prince don't even watch the games, y'all.
100%.
Prince puts on Red Zone all day long. He listen, poolside takes with Prince with NFL Red Zone. That's what it's called. Literally, it should be sponsored by NFL Red Zone because he literally has it going on the TV every time I'm at the crib. We there vibing out, having talks. Listen, if you guys could be a fly on the wall when we have the off-air talks is better than the on-air talks. I'm telling you that right now. I'm keeping it 100 because stuff you hear is stuff that we can't share because we can't mess up our sources. But I mean, it's good for ESPN. ESPN, they're taking everybody's favorite. So they already took in inside the NBA. Now they're taking NFL Red Zone. What are you going to take next? TBS's baseball? You're taking everything away from everybody. And this is what they're doing because they can't, in no disrespect, but they can't keep no analysts on the network. All the analysts are leaving. It's weird. Like the only analyst they can keep is Stephen A. All the great analysts is either leaving or doing their own podcast. So I think this is just to take over from what they're losing. And it's good because now, you know, as soon as you watch the NFL show in the morning, you go straight to Red Zone at 1:00 and you got the TV all day. All day, ESPN getting ratings. So it's shout out to them. I think they're trying to set the market up where they're killing it and they can keep doing what they're doing.
Nah, for sure. Let's stay with the money, man. Braun was seen with the Joker's agent, man. You know, it was disclosed that they were possibly talking about setting up an international basketball league, man. One thing about Braun, man, he gonna find a way. I personally think the NBA is blackballing him from being an owner because they don't want to give him that much power. In my personal opinion, they don't want to give him the Vegas franchise. I think they know how powerful LeBron could be, and I think they're afraid of that. You know what I mean? So that was the talk that he's with Joker's agent, trying to figure that play out. So what do you think about Braun? Relentless, man. He relentless. He gonna own something, man. He really wants to own an NBA team and get his hands in that ownership standpoint. I think in about 10 years, LeBron probably gonna be worth like 10, $20 billion, capital B. So
easily.
Easy. So
Braun has his hands in so many different things, and he's smart. He's a businessman. You can say what you want. Another person that we was just talking about, somebody, Stephen A. Braun is the same way. You're not gonna catch him with a hooker. You're not gonna catch him with a stripper. You can say what you want, that he messed around with who, whatever, but everything's under the table. The only thing you hear about Braun is the next play. Braun is always on to the next play. So NBA, you can try and blackball him all you want. If he gets this overseas league going, you're gonna have to come knock on his door and say, "Listen, we need you to come back. We need you to come home like the prodigal son." That's what's gonna happen. So they can talk all they want, but they got to give him his love. The thing I love the most about him, Prince, Braun has a Magic Johnson vibe, where he's gonna get it no matter what. Like Magic was that way in business. They might have not been cutthroat on the court, but business acumen, you can't touch him. You just can't. So I mean, listen, shout out to him on what he's doing. I mean, off the court, we've never questioned him off the court. On the court, of course, everybody say he's not clutch. He doesn't have the clutch gene, or he's not a killer like Mike. But business-wise, you can't tell me he does better business than Mike, because Mike's business is all based off of Nike. You take Nike away, it's not the same, because you watch what he did with the teams he owned. But the shop, to the game shows, to the movies. The only movie you can knock him for, which everybody says is doing Space Jam. But other than that, everything he does, he has the Midas touch.
But don't get it twisted. He definitely followed the great Magic Johnson's blueprint with that. So
100%. 100%. No, that's all magic.
Yeah.
That's all magic. That's all magic.
But let's keep it to the movies, man. Just saw Superman, and I got a funny thing for you. I just seen Superman. So it was cool. It was better than I thought it would be. I really had no expectations. It was a cool movie, man. I saw what you was talking about with the squirrel. When he saved the squirrel, that was a cool touch. I thought about you when I saw that part. But the shout out part about the movie is, who Mr. Terrific remind me of?
Who?
Rondo, Rajon Rondo. Watch it.
100%.
Bro, am I tripping?
100%. No, you're not. You he does. They
everything.
Alike. Yep, they look alike.
They look alike.
And even when
mannerism.
Remember when Superman was down for the count, he said, "Stop playing. We doing important." He said, "I'm doing important stuff here." Hey, that was a good scene. That's a good take. I didn't even look at it from that perspective since you said that. 100%. They could be brothers. Him and Rondo, celebrity lookalikes. Put the faces next to each other. Rajon Rondo and Mr. Terrific from Superman.
Rondo got to be Mr. Terrific for Halloween, bro. It's crazy.
Facts.
Crazy how much they look, man. But what other movies you seen? What other stuff should we be looking at?
So there's a few movies that came out. There's a few things that I've been hearing movie news. No word yet on Fantastic Four. People have given me, they said it was good. I'm still waiting to check it out. Other movies that have come out, there's some good stuff on Netflix that has come out that look pretty good. Right now, I really don't have anything other than Carry On. I watched the Carry On. It's an older movie, but it was a movie about, first time I ever seen Jason Bateman play a bad guy. Pretty good movie. Made me want to slap Jason Bateman in the face, but is what it is. It was definitely a good movie. I'm definitely going to check out Fantastic Four. Kind of waited to see it because didn't like the ratings that they were getting online, but I will watch it. There's not too many good movies coming out, but one movie I am looking to see, Prince, is that new Mortal Kombat. The trailer came out. Looks good.
For sure.
Yeah, Johnny Cage being played by a man from The Boys. So it should be a good movie. So that's what I'm looking forward to. Other than that, I really don't have anything. And that's basically what I got as movie news goes.
You know what's funny with that? I'm gonna be real. Me and the wife was originally gonna see Naked Gun, but I had a feeling it was gonna be trash. So
yeah.
And I was like, man, let me just go ahead and see Superman. Because, Naked Gun for us was everything. Shout out to Leslie Nielsen, rest in peace. OJ was in that thing. They had us cracking up. But I don't know, the the trailer seemed cool, but to go to the movies and watch it, nah. I think I'm good.
100%, man, 100%.
But yes, sir, man. Like we about to get into some other stuff, man. But we got preseason coming up. We're gonna check out. So catch us out there. But stay tuned for more stuff, man. This episode 122. Hit us up in the DM. Hit us up on all platforms. Let us know what you want us to talk about, man. I know y'all always want us to talk Lakers, talk all the controversy, man. We got to stay low because they arresting folks out here, man. They arresting people out here. We ain't trying to gamble. Ace a gambler. He be in Vegas, so you gotta
listen. I done slowed down, man. I'm gonna let y'all know now. Ain't no more hockey pays. I'm just gonna give you a point. I'm only betting NFL. I'm not trying to get down like everybody else. You can only if you want NFL picks, holla at me. Hockey, leave me alone. NBA, leave me alone. But NFL, I 100% got you.
There it is,
Check
man.
us out.
We'll see y'all next week, episode 123. Tap in. This has been 122. Holla at me, man. Prince and Barty.
You are now tuned into the greatest sports show on the planet. That's Prince, and he's Barty. And you're now listening to Prince and Barty. Buckle up. Prince and Barty will be doing live broadcast at several locations around the country. Follow and like all Prince and Barty's social media pages for exclusive details. There will be game tournaments, sport trivia, best fan contest, and cash giveaways all night. This can be your chance to win big.